Hey guys, welcome back into the toy room. So I wanted to put the Falcon and the Rebel transport up somewhere. So I had to redo the TIE Fighter display. And these two bottom shelves on the TV stand had junk in them. So I basically removed it and made that the TIE Fighter display. And the three long TIE Fighters are above the television. So you've got the and then the Rebel transport. And then I threw the Falcon up here because it fit better up here than where it was previously in the room. So, yeah, we've got this huge, I don't know if I can back up here and show it good enough, but the television is surrounded by shelf units. Yeah, there you go. And today we're going to be looking at the Snowcat from GI Joe. The Snowcat with driver Frostbite. And we got Snow Job just kind of hanging on the side as an example of what you can do with this vehicle if you want to carry extra guys on it. The Snowcat, I believe, is 1985, if I remember correctly. It was GI Joe's premier snow attack vehicle. I guess the Polar Battle Bear snowmobile was first, and then we got this. But this was the first really large size snow vehicle for either side. Actually, for a while, Cobra didn't have anything until, was it the Wolf? Was that the first one for Cobra? And that wasn't until like 87. Was that in 87? So it was a while before. Cobra had snow troopers before they had a snow vehicle. You used to just use the HISS tanks for everything, all weather. Yeah, Snow Job could stand on the side here. We're going to set him aside while we take a look at this more. There's nice little pegs on the steps that he could use. But this vehicle's really cool. I remember my brother had this. I never had it as a kid. My brother did. And he had Frostbite, who's sitting in the driver's seat there. And, I mean, we loved this vehicle. We were outside in the snow. We grew up in upstate New York. We had a farm with something like 50 acres. And we would be outside in the snow playing with this. You know, I'd use my snow speeder. He'd use this. And we'd be out there just having fun. Frostbite is more detailed. I could say this is like the third version of GI Joes. You know, they first came out with straight arms, then they came out with swivel arms, the Kung Fu grip, and then they had the head bob, which is what. And with each version, they seem to get more detailed. You know, Snow Job is a second version character. And he's got more straps and pockets and various other things. A little more paint app. He had, you know, the beard and stuff. And then Frostbite here is what I consider a third gen figure, where he's got a lot of detail in sculpting in the body and torso and stuff. And he's got the head bob, which this is the third gen is what came on with the ball jointed head, you know. So not only just the swiveled arms, but a ball joint head where you can see, like Snow Job, the first and second gen figures didn't have that ball joint. It was just a turn left and right head. So it's really cool that they kind of did this, but I think that was the last of the innovations. And by this time they had figured out this is the formula for GI Joe. And they left it this way for many years to come. But they kept getting more detailed in the sculpting and stuff, I think. And the Snowcat here, let's get this in focus. Some of the features, of course, we got the canopy, the cockpit window that opens and closes. Really big for the kids to use. We've got a missile launcher with 4 missiles. Mine's popping off the back here. It keeps wanting to pop off for some reason on this one side. I don't know why. But, yeah, you can rotate this thing around. Really cool. Do a full 360. And then the missiles kind of I might have to set this down. I can't do it one-handed. The missiles kind of pop out of here. And you could just shoot Cobra with them. And then they kind of go back in. Wow, they're real difficult to get back in. Maybe that's why this thing pops off so easy, so you can reload it easy. We'll pop it off, reload it, pop back on. Maybe that's why it pops off so easy, because it's got to have it to reload it. So we got these rocket skis also with a missile on them. They could fly off the side here. You just, and then they just take off. You know, and they're like skiing along. That's pretty cool. And they do have like a little joint. They're hinged at one point on the missile, so the missile can kind of bob around. It's just right there. Pretty neat idea. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of putting missiles on a ski, but that's kind of a cool idea. You know, snow, winter, might as well ski the missile across. It's like a missile torpedo, a ski, like a winter torpedo. That's what we can call it. You know, because torpedoes drop into the water and skim across to their target. This is kind of the same deal, but drops onto the snow and skims across. When the missile's not there, there's 2 additional pegs, like the one that's on the step, so other guys could ride on it once you're out of missiles. It's got pretty cool wheels in the front that move. Treads in the back. The treads don't move. There's little wheels underneath that kind of give you the motion. And the treads ride just a tiny bit off the ground, but they do have some motion in the treads. They have some motion in the treads. I like the Snowcat symbol on the side. It's got like a light bar on the top. The hatch opens up and you can see the interior to this cockpit. You can fit 2 guys in there comfortably. There's a nice steering wheel. Good control panel. Looks like the lighting's best if I do it this way. A good control panel here in the middle with a shifter stick. So a guy can put his hand on the shifter stick and work it. It looks really good. The only thing missing on mine, as far as I'm aware, is this window wiper. And what was missing when I bought this was the ski missiles and the window wipers. Now, the ski missiles cost me $3 each, so it was $6 for both missiles. So that, to me, is not bad. $3 for a part, I'm okay with spending. But the windshield wiper, it's like $30. So it's like, what? You know, so it's got to be the most lost piece. Everyone loses that windshield wiper. But I did see someone who's making them on a 3D printer. And you can clearly tell the difference, because a solid molded piece of plastic and a 3D printed piece of plastic, they look completely different. He shows a picture of them side by side so that you can tell that they look completely different. I mean, just the way the plastic looks is completely different. But he was selling the 3D printed ones for $10. And I'm like, come on, man. You know, and I know it's expensive to 3D print stuff, but I was like, to me, no piece for anything should be more than $5. So even if you're gonna reproduce them, $5. No gun, no piece of equipment, no nothing should be more than $5. Even if you're gonna reproduce them. So $10 was still a little bit too high to pay for a reproduction, at least in my opinion. But the missiles were reasonable. $3 each, $6 for the pair. And I got them both from the same guy. He had like 4 of them. So I bought 2 of his stock, and he shipped them to me, so it wasn't bad at all. And yeah. All right, I guess that's it for the Snowcat, right? We're pretty good with this. Frostbite and the Snowcat with Snow Job hanging on the side. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to enter that contest for the Star Wars figures and the Transformers, you can still do that by commenting below on this video. And I will put a link in the description to the video on rules and what's going on with that contest, so you can go back and check that out. And yeah, we'll do the drawing tomorrow, April 1st, 2020, which I guess is tomorrow if you're watching this video right when it was published. And, okay, thanks. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye. Go out and get some GI Joes. We got more masks coming up. I mean, I found a really good mask bundle on eBay, and it should be here in the next couple days. So we'll have to take a look at that. All right, guys. See ya.